Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Today I'm in my K91. I just bought this thing today. This is my 7th game, and it's actually the first game that my crew is 100%. I'm still playing around with it. It definitely feels like a Soviet Leopard or like post or pre-nerf 30B. So definitely as a tank that I think I'll enjoy. Flying solo today, Hidden Village Standard Battle. Seen a lot of reviews on this thing saying that the DPM has been nerfed from the PC version, and honestly, I care less. This gun handling is fantastic. The armor's kind of troll on it. I mean, I wouldn't count on the hull just from fighting them. I can usually pen the hulls pretty easily, but the turret's really good. It actually has some decent gun depression off the side of the tank too, so I really enjoyed the 432. And I've read reviews that this doesn't compete with it, but those are obviously just biased player reviews, so I finally sucked it up, bought myself a K91, figured I'd try it out myself. That's what I mean by the gun handling's so good. I pretty much just poked that corner, got a shot into the conker. There, I started to pull forward before I was fully loaded. So as I loaded, I pulled the trigger and I pulled forward, and my timing was off a little bit. That'll get better as I drive this tank. Missed a shot into the side of the E4, or I bounced, I can't remember which. It's starting to get hot. I got a lot of tanks over here. Definitely don't want to over angle this thing. Just take your time on corners. The more you play it, I'm sure the better the side scraping will be. As I'm aiming down my barrel to shoot at that E100, the Conqueror pulls out. So I shoot the Conqueror inside, and then the T49 pulls out, which is a dangerous tank for this thing. However, I just angled a little bit so he'd shoot my track or my turret, and he shot my gun. So usually if they come around that corner, the guys behind me will cover me. But I definitely am nervous about a full health T49. If he decides to all in me, he's going to do a lot of damage if he gets a pen into the back of my tank. I don't really have any good shots there, so I'm going to come back around this corner. This Conqueror exposes his exposes his front drive wheel. I track him, he fixes it, my teammate retracts him, and then I retrack him again. So me and that 48 Patton did nice work keeping him tracked, locking him down, and killing him. And now my gun's broke. The T49 runs away, which is great news for me. And I've contemplated whether I want to fix the gun. Now the thing is, why I don't want to fix the gun is because it's 20,000 silver for a large repair kit. But I feel like if it gets into a situation where maybe I get tracked and I need to get my track on right away, I can use the large repair kit to fix that. So far, so good. Even with a broken gun, I'm landing quite a few shots. So I'd definitely say this is like a sniping medium, but it definitely can brawl too. And to me, that's any medium. I mean, people don't think you can brawl in the Leopard one, but I disagree. I think as long as you use your tank wisely and tactically, you can support heavy tanks. Usually the hard thing is just to find heavy tanks that actually want to push anywhere. So I bounce another shot from that 50 TP. Now I just want to lock the C100 in place. Don't knock his track off and actually just drive wheel there. The reload definitely feels a little lackluster compared to the rest of the Soviets. Now I'm looking for a shot here, and then I'm also being careful coming down this little hill. And I missed that shot. That was a pretty easy shot. Disappointed that I missed that. But lock that kill down. I see the Wizard 132A is right there, and yeah, do I not miss that tank? Missed that shot too, but this thing has enough armor and speed to be able to ram scout tanks. Now as we cross the bridge, looks like we have a 60 TP that's full health, an E50 that's third health, and then there's going to be a Jaeger that's pretty much full health too. Yeah, he's full health. Alright, so this is pretty much endgame cleanup, so I'm more willing to take some risks. So you'll see I'll drive right out in front of this Jaeger, and he's a Jaeger, so they really don't scare me at all. Alright, so what I'm doing here is kind of keeping an eye on the E50, but also checking the Jag to see if he's looking my way. If he's looking my way, I don't want to take his shell. And sure enough, he turns towards me, and then he shoots. So as soon as he shoots, I'm going to drive in there. And before I come around the corner, the E50 comes around his corner. And this is how you deal with the Jag. Lock him in place, and then drive next to him. And there's really nothing he can do at this point. Now before I can reload, he gets killed. So definitely does not have the DPM of the other Soviets. However, the gun handling is phenomenal. I mean, I did a lot of my work in that game with a broken gun. I feel like if it was my 430 or my 140, I wouldn't have landed majority of those shots that I took. So when this screen came up, I was pretty amazed that this is an Ace Tanker. For a Soviet medium, this is very unimpressive. 1500 XP gets an Ace Tanker. So if you want an Ace Tanker in a tier 10 medium tank, I would say get yourself a K91 and just have a decent tier 10 game, and you'll ace it. So either people are not that good at playing this tank, or they don't want the tank. And honestly, from what I read, a lot of people bash this tank, so that's why it took me so long to get it. I had it unlocked not too long after it came out. So just to look at some stats. K91, 7th game, Ace Tanker. I've killed 13 enemies in 7 battles. I'm at almost 10% damage standing. 75% hit ratio. That's a lot of long range shots. I don't know. I think I'll really like it. A lot of people complain about Leopard 1. It's probably my favorite tier 10 medium tank to play. A lot of people complain about K91, and honestly, I've had a lot of fun in my 7 games, and I've only played one where I had 100% crew. So one thing I did want to show you guys, the supplies on this. Oh no, that's not how you do it. Hold on. The velocity on these APCR rounds, 1700 meters per second. I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to what the 30B used to be. Then if you look at like the 140, it's 1535. So these rounds are actually pretty fast. If you play in the 140, it feels like your ammunition gets to the target pretty quick. The K91 is even faster. So that is another fantastic piece about that tank. And then like 30B is 1100. So that's pretty tragic, and I believe that used to be the best in the game for a tier 10 medium tank. I could be wrong on that. And then Leopard's 1478. So just kind of like velocity wise, and the important thing about velocity is like how fast your bullet is going to get to the target when you pull the trigger. So how much lead you need to put on it. And I was against a T-Light in one of my matches, and you don't have to give much lead to a T-Light in the K91, which is absolutely fantastic, and kind of what I miss in my 30B. I used to love to shoot at scout tanks that thought they could use their speed against me, but with the high velocity, you don't have to try to put as much lead on them. All right, I'll quit babbling. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow. Check out my Twitch channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.